Alright guys, Rich here from the RC Network and wanted to bring you guys a new unboxing here at the RC Network. This is the GMade R1 Rock Buggy. This is a 1/10 scale, kind of not really a comp crawler and not really like a rock racer. It's kind of like in between. It can do some crawling and it can also do a little bit of high speed stuff as well, dependent on the electronics that you put in. Now this comes in two options. It either comes as a full kit form that you have to build yourself, or for a little bit more money you can get this version, which is the kind of almost ready to run version. Does not include any electronics, so you will have to supply those, but it has pretty much everything else. I think two colors are available, the black, which I chose here, and also the red. GMade is a Korean company, however they have different part support through different companies in the US and also overseas in Asia, which I believe is Junfac. So check those guys out as well. This is going to be kind of a fun vehicle here at the RC Network. I've done lots of extreme high-end kind of race build kits lately, and I kind of wanted to have something that I can just drop some electronics in and go out on my lunch and just kind of screw around with and have some fun with, maybe even get this thing wet. So this will be a pretty fun vehicle here at the RC Network, so stay tuned for that. But for right now, let's get this thing unboxed. Let's see what you get inside the box, and we'll go from there. So all in all, it kind of comes with this kind of windowed type box, so you can kind of see the kit already kind of inside of there, which is pretty cool as the glare of my lights kind of shine on. I've already cracked open the seal right here, the little official GMade seal, and let's open this thing up. So first thing that's inside here is this little parts bag. It looks like it has, I guess that's shock oil, a little bit dark for shock oil. Has some GMade grease. It looks like it has some body pins here, some sort of maybe tools, some zip ties, and a whole bag of different parts and whatnot, including also a pinion gear, which is pretty cool. It looks like it's possibly a Mod 1 pinion gear. That'll be pretty cool. Body pins and whatnot also inside there. So pretty cool that they included all that stuff, especially the pinion gear. Always nice to see in a almost ready to run. Usually they do not include it. And I think I have some instructions and also some stickers in here. So the official instructions are one rock buggy, 1/10 scale. And we will do a comparison of this vehicle compared to my SCX-10. I happen to have that pretty handy. And it looks like there's some GMade stickers also in there with the little numbering. The cool thing I like is that little circle deal right there, that kind of vintage kind of rally racer type number system there. So pretty cool. Let's take a look at the buggy. Hopefully I can unzip tie this thing. It looks like it's zip tied on many points. The coolest feature you notate on this thing is just it just looks cool. I mean, second to none. This thing looks like you're back east in Tennessee and you're going up a hill. This thing is pretty cool looking. The black looks all stealth, and you got all those silver links on it, which is pretty cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and start clipping these zip ties. Hopefully this won't be too hard for us. Maybe it will. As long as I don't clip the tires. And we're going to go on the underside here. There we go. Hopefully this thing is free now. And it looks like it is. Cool little Junfac, I guess that's their little icon there. The kind of, I don't know, Blue Man Group-ish looking guy behind bars. I don't know. And let me remove some zip ties here so we can get the full look of this thing. These zip ties are pretty huge. And there it is. Pretty cool looking. It looks like the shocks may not have been unsprung yet. I'm not sure. Kind of, oh, they might be set in droop setting versus sprung. I need to kind of research some stuff on that. But it looks like, there we go. It looks like it is somewhat operating. So as far as the setup here, as far as electronics, it is set for a single motor operation. It has a transmission kind of built inside there. Single ESC as well. It's not one of those motor on axles. However, the ESC sits way up here on the very front. So it does include all of these steel links. I'm not sure if they're stainless steel or just some kind of steel. I don't believe that they're aluminum, although they might be. And it looks like the underside here also has the aluminum links on all 8 points of it. Drive shafts are plastic, however, so that might be something that I may replace on this thing. We will see how they do. I'm going to run this in full box stock form with some simple electronics that I have laying around the shop here. So this is going to be a very budget build. I'm not going over extreme like I usually do here at the RC Network. We're just going to have some fun with this little GMade rock buggy. And to give you guys a comparison here on the size, just so you guys can see that side by side, there's the GMade, and hopefully you guys remember this beast right here. This is the Bronco. So lengthwise and wheelbase-wise are almost identical, not too far off. Width-wise, their GMade's definitely a little bit wider than the SCX-10, but probably pretty comparable to the Wraith. Let's see some of the other features here on the rock buggy. The tires, I was just kind of feeling those. They are somewhat stiff. They do have inserts in there, but the tires are definitely not as pliable as, let's say, the Prolines. You do have some pumpkin covers right there, or the differential covers. They are steel. And the coolest thing that I noticed about this particular rock buggy is they have drop-down axles or raised differentials, which is pretty cool. And they also step down the gearing a little bit in there to get it even lower. So that's a pretty cool feature. You have the differential way up here, and then dropping down you have the actual axle going out to the tires. The shocks are pretty cool. They are an internal spring. They can be set as a sprung and also a droop, and I believe it's set up right now as a droop. One thing that I'm not too impressed with is there's Phillips hardware on everything. Every single screw I see right now is Phillips hardware, as my camera is trying to focus on that. So that may be something I may have to look into. The beadlocks here, they are plastic beadlocks with, once again, those Phillips hardware. And I believe they are just a 12mm hex, so those will be easily switched out to any wheel or tire option that you may have laying around. I know I have a couple sets that I may switch into this. The cool thing that I've noticed so far is the articulation is just pretty ridiculous. I mean, right there is the full articulation, and that's probably a good 6-7 inches up in the air right there. So not too bad at all for that. It looks like the battery compartment is going to be back here on this little chassis plate here. It feels that it is metal, but it might be plastic. Yeah, it looks like it is metal. And it looks like the battery would just end up sticking out depending on how large of a battery you do have. So all in all, that's the GMade. Hopefully you guys enjoy this little addition to the RC Network. I know I definitely will. This will be kind of my fun car to get away from all the kit building and the seriousness and the ride height adjustments and all that other stuff that I've been doing with some of the other cars here. So once again, if you guys got any questions, please feel free to throw it on down below. And as always, thumbs up and subscribe. That's it for now, guys. Over and out.